Duskwood stands before a flickering flame, her brother waiting for her inside of their farmhouse. It is currently 3:30, the dead of night, a time when these two are most active. And staring into that fire, Dusk plans yet another journey for them. They've been unlucky so far when it comes to finding some of the things that they are going to need to build a vehicle capable of traversing the megacity. Welding rods are what's really holding Dusk back. With her knowledge of the various subway systems that stretch across the city, like arteries beneath the skin, she plans to use that knowledge to travel east towards a mega mall, one of the largest structures she's been able to map out thus far. So it is with that, Duskwood prepares for yet another odyssey. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm. Dark days ahead, no hope. Where the very first thing we're going to do is go and get our smoked meat out of the rack here. So we're going to go and remove all of that food here, and that's 80 pieces of smoked meat, which we're going to take with us. At the moment, we're sitting at 83 kgs in our pack in terms of weight, so we are going to want to try and get rid of that before we get gone. The smoked meat should be able to do us for this entire journey, no issues whatsoever. And I've also reorganized things here a little bit, so things are where they should be. I've also gone and moved a ton of the bones that we had outside, and we've got them just kind of in a few different places right now, actually. But we've got some large dinosaur skulls in here, and thanks to one of you in the comments, there is actually a much more efficient way for us to move things around here rather than hauling, and that's using our telekinetic powers. Yes, we have Farhand and we have Force Shove. Farhand seems to be the most reliable when it comes to pulling objects towards us, so now in the future when we are trying to move like 600 pieces of meat around, we're going to be using our telekinesis to assist us with that. So everything still seems to be hooked up okay in here at the moment. As far as we can see, everything is good here. Well, I will check the actual total battery power that we have left before we leave. But before we do any of that, let's first of all get Elliot following us here. And we do have a few things that we probably need to drop out of our inventory before we get gone. Things like tanned hides and the cordless impact wrench that we've got here. Even the power drill, we're probably not going to need to bring that with us. Same thing with the great pipe mace and the hand crank charger. The pipe mace is something that we can easily put together on the road, so yeah, that can stay. As can most of the energy drinks and things like that we've got. For some reason, we have smoked meat in our hip flask right now, which is an interesting choice. But a tool like a hacksaw is just kind of universally useful to us. Same with the crowbar, so that'll stay in our inventory. But much of the stuff that's weighing us down right now is because it's actually in our pack. We're going to have that in our field, our telekinetic lifting field, when we're actually on the move. Yeah, all in all, I have to say I'm pretty happy with that for now. We could probably have a look at doing a little bit of repairing, equipment-wise, before we end up leaving here. So let's activate our tailor's kit and just see what we are actually able to work on right now. The briefs we can do easy as because we've got cotton patches. Things like the holster will probably require us to have some leather, clean leather patches, which we can get some patches from some of the things that we've got so far. And what do we need for those army pants? Synthetic fabric. Okay, so let's just start with our briefs. And we'll do it until we get a success, and then we'll just kind of keep on going until we can't anymore. There we go. Sports bar is probably going to be, it's lycra and the hard arm guards, neoprene patches. Okay, so we do have some other clothing here that we could theoretically cut up to get some of those patches. It's just determining whether or not we actually want the things that we do have here, like the Jedi cloak and the superhero bodysuit. I feel like we still need to hold on to that. But if we go into disassemble, we can see what we can get back from various different things that we've got here. But really, I mean, it's damaged, but the stuff is holding together okay, and honestly, sometimes it's just easier for us to pick up new stuff while we are on the move. So I think that's what we'll probably end up doing there. I do just want to have a quick look at Elliot, just to see what he's got going on item-wise at the moment, because we're probably going to want to make sure that he's got enough water for the trip, and yeah, he does. We're also just going to trade him some of the smoked meat that we've got so far. So let's just say maybe try and trade him 30 pieces of meat. I feel like that's a significant amount, and we've actually got like a new little context screen here, and I do like the look of it. It is kind of semi-translucent, and yeah, it's a nice change to the UI. So, are we ready for a trip such as this? Well, I certainly hope so. Let's go turn off our light here. Okay, that we should be looking good there. We're still using a fair bit of battery, which is to be expected. Now, I guess we need to decide if we want to bring anything else, rifles or anything like that. Honestly, I think just having the backup Glock is a good idea. We've got food, we've got water. Let's go into our lifting field. We have some smoked meat in there at the moment. Can we eat the smoked meat that's in the lifting field? Let's open it, go to the smoked meat, and eat it. There we go, that's clear now. Let's put that rucksack in there, and now we're looking much better. Actually, in saying that, our torso is still... Oh no, there we go. It just takes a second to update. We're at 14 encumbrance now, and we're only carrying 20 kgs worth of weight, so much better. Okay, Elliot's going to close that door there, and I'm going to go and have a look at these batteries, see how we're doing. Okay, the battery power is still great. We've still got 50% diesel. I'm not going to worry about turning on our generators right now, because, yeah, if we have 99% battery out of all of these, it's going to take a very, very long time for things to run out. Like, just an incredibly long time. So, like we've done in the past, I think we're going to do a bit of the travel with Elliot, and the destination that I have in mind is over here near Lincoln, northwest Lincoln. It's this subway station here. If we can get down into that, that can take us pretty much the entire way, I think, over in this direction. Is that what we're looking for? Oh, that's too far. So we don't want to go to Woodstock. We want to go here to the mall. And there is a subway station that's like actually in the mall itself. There's two of them. So we've got options for which one we can go for. We'll probably go for this one here because it's not as far for us to travel, but still, it's the underground, and the underground, as we know, can be rather unpredictable. So yeah, the first step is making our way towards this subway station here, which shouldn't be that difficult. Foxborough is pretty empty for the most part. We do have some hostile NPCs up in this direction, but I think we should be able to do this trip, maybe just heading directly east. For the moment though, we are going to be taking control of Elliot, and we're just going to wait until Dusk finishes eating, because she's going to be eating until she's full, which that's fine. And she's got her bayonet out now. Okay, so with Elliot, we're going to go and plot a course here. We're just going to say over to here for now, and it looks like it's going to take us straight from Foxborough, which I guess that is the fastest and the safest route. Let's see how that goes. And yes, I am aware that we wandered right next to that landmine there, but they are aware of them. They shouldn't be walking on them, even when we're moving fast like this. And we're spotted as Zapdos, so we probably are going to slow down here. Okay, we can see it. It's to the north right now. We should be able to avoid that. Oh, we're being followed. By a tough zombie. But I was going to say they'd have a hard time keeping up with us, but they've kind of managed there. And Dusk, wow. Okay, with that telekinetic force, she takes it down. It's awesome to see her actually using that while she's an NPC, and that's one of the reasons why I really think it would be cool if we could get some kind of telekinetic force for Elliot. Well, not telekinesis, but some kind of mind power that he can use. Alright, continuing on then. Okay, we're getting a little close towards a shocker at the moment, so we're just going to veer up here towards the woods, and we're going to try and see if we can just wander through here. We'll probably turn on safe mode, because I feel like that is the safer option for us. And let's see here. Honestly, we could kind of just wander along this road here, but I think this way would be a little bit safer, so we're just going to travel a little bit further down towards the southeast here with Elliot, and then we're going to swap on over back to Dusk, let her take the reins, and I think, yeah, we're here. Okay, alright, so first thing we're going to do with Dusk is use that sheath, and we're going to put that bayonet back away. We're going to be using our actual claws, and let's make sure we are indeed using Tai Chi. Excellent, okay, and we'll make sure that our brother manages to keep up with us as we're moving through here. We can see a zapper. Okay, over towards the east, I see. And you know what, we're just going to go north through this little field between the houses here, and we're going to have to kill this zombie predator quickly if possible, because we know these things can be a bit of a problem for us. So let's go knock it down on the ground, forcing it. Yep, down and staggered. Excellent. And something just shot us from a distance there. I don't know if it was a rock or what, but there's a little bit of trouble here now. It was an elf, of course, a feral elf. So we're going to use our fire hand, pull them close in towards us. Dusk is slashing at them there. We've got a shrieker who's coming for us now. Fire hand pulls them in nice and close. And we've got yet another elf that we're just going to go and pull towards us so they can't get those early rock strikes on us. Come on, there we go. We've taken them out. Okay, and a snot gobbler. How lovely. Let's go take down this thing quickly if we can, because we don't want that to pop. Elliot, I think, has taken care of the snot gobbler, and now we have a flesh raptor. So with this one here, we're just going to go and mind hammer that if we can. Apparently we were attacked in the process then, but we managed to take that out. As now we have a zombie hunter that's down, and we have a Dusk that is getting rapidly out of stamina. So let's just be wary about that, and let's try and move away from this mess. I want to try and see if we can get to Elliot's wound before too long, and we've zoomed really far out there. We're hearing a whack from above, and we've got a zombie dog that we're going to have to take care of before we can take care of our brother. Okay, so let's examine that wound. It's minor bleeding at this stage. We'll see what we have that we can use on that for now. A little bit of hemostatic powder, maybe. We shouldn't need much. Stop using first aid. No, we'll ignore. The Z9 is dangerously close. We'll have to stop. Let's just back up and let Elliot assist us here. Okay, we could just keep on moving, and it looks like the blood has finally stopped, so we will do so. Leave all that mess behind us. And yeah, there was a fair bit of noise there as well. We've got a shriekling, so that's going to make even more noise, which is unfortunate. But we're just going to keep on trying to move here, because I think... I think we can get out of this situation. We might not be able to, though. We've got a zombie blank here as well, which is unfortunate. I was going to have a look at trying to pull Elliot away from those fiends down there, but we have to deal with that one first before we can do it, and I think it's going to take a second longer for us to get our power back, and we are rapidly getting surrounded here. So these are all low-level zombies at the moment, but together they can be very, very dangerous. So we want to be wary of that. We want to try and help our brother where we can. And ideally, we'll leave the little ones to him. That shriekling is going to be making a fair bit of noise though, so hopefully he takes care of that sooner rather than later. Look at them go. The woods just doing work. And now we are close to that subway, but we're feeling that dull pain and a sense of loss as our powers are diminished right now. So we'll be wary of that. We're not really using any of our other powers, none of our telekinetic electric powers. There we go, took a few bops to take that one down. Just because I'm a little wary of our stamina and our calorie usage right now. We're not in danger currently. However, that can change pretty quickly, and it's definitely a risk versus reward when it comes to us not using things like that. Let's just quickly take that out. Get that door open. Elliot, thank you, he's got it closed. Alright, let's take care of the dead that are in here. Doesn't look like there's anything too severe. Keep on bopping them, and I should be checking these bodies just to see if they have anything of use, and looks like we've got another subway map here as well, but that's not going to really give us any information that we don't already have, at least this far out, so I'm not that concerned about it. We'll check the vending machines. We're just making sure that there's nothing on the ground before we head downstairs, and okay, we're not immediately getting attacked, but there is a zombie hunter down here, so we'll just wait for Elliot to reappear. And then the hunter is going to be jumping around, jumping about. We could just try and slam it against the wall. That'll do some pretty good damage. At least that's a start. Wow, okay, maybe it didn't do too much, or maybe we weren't doing that much. But the hunter is dead. No, we were doing an okay amount, 23 at a time. And we got a devourer. So that thing, we are just going to go and send that back against the wall. It just bounced off it, I think. No, actually, we were kind of blocked by the fence, I think. A little hard to tell. But we'll let it come on down towards us. Obviously, we do need to be wary. Devourers can consume bodies, they can get stronger, but these two here, I think, are going to do a fine job. And yeah, they've got lots of room there to dodge and move around. The zombie cop can be a little bit more of a problem, but right now, it ain't no problem for Duskwood. And okay, we've got an interesting magazine here with some ammunition that we will look at taking out of there. It's only 3 rounds. And that's the more important thing, medical gauze. We'll definitely be taking that. Okay, let's check out the equipment room here, see what we got going on. Brick kilns, hammers, whatnot, and metallic smoothers. seems like there's a lot of smoothers around here, and it does look like one of the vending machines. Actually, there might be two. There's one down the bottom that looks like it might be okay. Okay. Peanut butter candies. Yes, we'll take that. We'll take the popcorn. We'll take pretty much everything that we can here. These snacks are going to be good, both mood-wise and calorie-wise for Dusk. Down here, what do we got going on? Pretty much the same thing, just more chocolate-covered things, which is great. Yes to all of those, thank you. We will leave the old things behind because we can actually afford to be picky right now. We are feeling satisfied hunger-wise currently, but we can do better than that. Let's go have a chocolate-covered pretzel. Wonderful. Okay, and because we are being quite active, we are going to need to try and stay on top of our hunger needs. Now, we could theoretically let Elliot take the lead here, and I'm not against us doing that just because we are traveling quite a bit of distance here. Elliot does have a little bit of a better sight down here, and it's just more, it's so much easier that we don't have to wait for him to catch up. We have not traveled down this way before. We've definitely used some of these subways before, but we haven't used this track specifically. So let's just make sure we know where we're going. I'm pretty sure it was this one that we're looking for. Indeed it is, just out past Concord. Okay, so we're going to start making our way down towards that next point. And of course, just being wary that if there is something troubling along the way, like cellar spiders, for example, we will stop. We should be able to outpace the cellar spiders. I say that. There's a lot of them there now. Okay, Dusk, how are you doing? Elliot, yeah, let's go get involved in this. And unfortunately, that warehouse spider is going to be a little bit more of a problem. So we'll run back down towards Dusk. And I think even if we run, we should actually still be able to kind of like outpace most things, just because while Elliot is ponderous, okay, that's a little bit more of a problem here. We have an experimental mutant. It hasn't seen us yet though. Dusk seems to be jumping into the fray though. Okay, that's good. The spider and the mutant should attack each other. There we go, that's how we do it. Now just stay nice and close, Dusk, and we'll carry on like nothing is the matter. And what's that there? Jumping spider eggs. We could eat those, but no, we can afford to be a little picky. And boy howdy, an ungulate mutant in the dark there. Yeah, let's just stay the course. And now we're on the main track. We have actually traveled a little bit of this, it seems. We've got a mummy long legs there that I would rather not fight because they can make many more. So yeah, let's just keep on going. We've got a camouflage mutant here now. How does that differ? A mutant test subject running on all fours at alarming speed. Their short fur changes color to match the background in an instant, making you struggle to keep the thing in focus. Their thin limbs end in long talons, and their mouth is held perpetually open by a set of knife-sized fangs. A very extreme version of Dusk there, and it did lurch at her for a moment. We've got an arthropod mutant down here as well. Mutants aplenty, it would seem. So let's just stay moving. Ideally, we don't fight this thing if we can avoid it. Dusk does seem to be avoiding the fights where possible. She's not using her powers currently. And hey, look at that. It got distracted. Good. So let's turn on safe mode, which immediately goes off. Let's carry on. Okay, and we've got a few different dinosaurs down here. Looks like it's mostly jumping spider eggs, although, okay, got some fresh eggs. I'm going to grab those for Elliot because it's an extra little snack for him. Excellent. And onwards we go. What are we seeing here? Oh, just another subway station. Cool. Okay, so we've actually made it a decent distance. Let's try and see if we can do a little bit more travel this way. A feral troglodyte, eh? Okay, so that we're probably going to have to try and take care of. The twins standing back for a moment there. Dusk doing what she does. Let's smash that body, make sure it doesn't come back. And we've got a swarming amalgamation making its way on over towards us now. And these things are really frustrating because they have the attack and flee mentality. So we get that context menu that pops up quite often saying, hey, you sure you want to attack this thing? Yes, we are sure. And that was definitely a mind hammer from Dusk, just slamming that shrieker into the ground. We love to see it. And you know what? We're going to keep on attacking this thing because they're just going to be annoying otherwise. And it seems like there's quite a few of them around here. Elliot seems to be pretty good at striking them with his knife though. Come on, keep it up a little bit more. There we go. got there in the end, and it looks like it's been a right mess here. This train car is just torn to pieces. Let's destroy this meat cocoon before it destroys us. One more good stab, maybe another. There we go. We've got a crustacean sample out of that as well. Excellent. So, continuing onwards. And another feral troglobite. Okay, well, they're really not going to be a problem for us. They're just more of a slight nuisance, slowing us down as we try to carry on. And you know what? Yeah, wherever we see them, the meat cocoons will die. Okay, now we have a caustic amalgamation here. Slightly different. It's like the others, a gangly creature running on 6 legs, but this one has a proboscis, and it's leaking a caustic liquid, which, you know, none of that sounds great, so we're just going to try and see if we can outpace it for now. Dusk should be able to stay away from it, and the meat cocoon, while I would love to kill it, okay, looks like we're going to have to get involved here. Okay, not that I want to, but hey, here we are. Let's start slashing this thing, Elliot. Anything caustic can be a bad time. It doesn't seem to be actually done any damage to Dusk right now, but we are really struggling to hit this thing. Okay, there we go, and it's dead. Dusk is okay. Let's carry on, team. Okay, good mind hammer there, Dusk. Ooh, and now we have a survivor zombie to contend with. Now, Elliot just didn't really need much of a backup there. We've got Boxing Monthly. It looks like we've already read this. Doesn't seem like we're actually going to be able to gain anything from it. That's okay. A pupating zombie was around here somewhere, and there is a zombie Night Stalker. I don't know how we can see it. I don't know how we're aware of it, because it's a Night Stalker, but somehow Elliot is aware that it's out here, and boy, it's grabbed him. Okay, so we need to try and kill this thing as quickly as possible, because, yeah, they could be a bit of a problem. Dusk is healing Elliot at the moment, which is nice of her, but it does mean that she's using the good bandages. We appreciate you, Dusk. Thank you. Let's attack this thing because it's attacking us. Take out the cocoon. It looks like there is another Night Stalker around here somewhere, so we're just going to be wary of that. We could get pulled to the side at any moment here. The survivors, I am tempted to try and take down because they can have some really good stuff, and really, they aren't that difficult for us to take out. Same thing with the cocoons. We'll take the time to take them out. And there we go. 2 cocoons. A spider sample from that one, and there we go. Let's try and run back for now and see if it's near Dusk. It isn't. Okay, oh boy, and thrown back by that Night Stalker. Okay, Dusk with the mind hammer. Thank you, Dusk. Okay, Elliot's getting a little bit beaten up here, so we do want to be cautious, and really, okay, we are going to have to leave most of the killing of these things to Dusk, but then again, with the knife, Elliot is going to be much more capable than Dusk is just swinging her claws around, because the knife is super accurate, especially in the hands of Elliot. We didn't need it then, though. Let's go and get you. All the slime that's around here, no doubt that was from whatever created those flesh raptors. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, I do actually remember the flame being there. I remember this little stretch. I say that, but then Elliot has no memory of this, and he should be sharing memory with Dusk, so maybe it's just similar to an area that we've been in so far, but I definitely do remember seeing fires down below here, and that's another caustic amalgamation. Their night sight seems to be pretty damn good from what we can see, so yeah, doesn't seem like there's any kind of running from those things down here. The swarming amalgamations we can kind of just keep on trying to run from, and I'm pretty sure that they are coming from the meat cocoons. I had to take a wild guess. Here we go. Let's get this thing dealt with. Wonderful. And yeah, just checking Dusk's health. She is doing totally fine. Good job, twins. Okay, yeah, no, we've definitely been in this area now. Okay, we've got yet another amalgamation. It's going to chase us for a little while. Ooh, and we've got ourselves a devourer here. So let's try and stick to the north. Avoid that. And what's that marker here? It's a drug deal, I see. Oh, and it does seem like, okay, we lost Dusk for a moment then. She stopped to eat some popcorn. I mean, that's fair. Good for you. We'll wait until you're done, Dusk. There we go. Good to go. Okay, and we got a little bit of a colossal slug problem there. Dusk did get hit briefly, but she's okay. And we are far faster than slugs. And it seems like we're on the right track. Let's just try and stay in the area that was seen before. Oh, and we've just run headlong into a shady zombie. A shady zombie that Elliot has taken out, and oh boy. Okay, we had a Night Stalker there as well. Good stuff. We can see that Elliot's thorns are scraping against things, and the criticals that he's getting with his knife are really, really good. And I think that's probably why Dusk keeps on taking out her knife as well, because the critical is going to be that little bit higher than what her claws can do. Oh, and Elliot is actually using a slightly damaged knife at the moment, so we could look at trying to change to something with a little bit more sharpness to it. But we're not going to worry about that right this second. Let's see. So now we're going to be going up towards the north, which we have not done yet. So we are in uncharted territory as far as the underground network goes. So let's see what awaits us. We'll try and make it at least to that corner to begin with. Okay, and there's definitely some trouble down here in the form of Grakons, but the Grakons for the most part should be pretty chill towards us, so we'll just leave them be. And a Troglobite is in our way, at least for a moment or two, and there is another one here, so let's stop smashing. I will be checking those bodies just to make sure that they don't have anything super cool on them. Okay, we do actually have two aggressive dinosaurs here. Tawa, smaller, thin, predatory bipedal dinosaur with feathers, a long neck, and a head with sharp teeth and claws. Okay, well, how dangerous are you going to be? Okay, they're the kind that just like nip at our heels. And I don't know what happened then. It touched something and it just got annihilated. It was probably Dusk, although chill air around here. That's kind of creepy. Why is there chill air? Maybe it's just a pocket. I mean, the shady zombies, do they make chill air, or is there something else here? That's spooky. And now it's not, it's still kind of chill air around here. I don't know. It's creepy. Very creepy. Okay. Let's carry on. Whoa, boy. Okay. And we just got dragged away by a warehouse spider. Okay, so damn, Elliot's just stabbing it again and again. Dusk is trying to keep up with this thing. Okay, it looks like it has given up now. It should be badly bleeding, heavy arterial bleeding. That thing's gonna bleed to death before too long. It grabbed the wrong guy. Well, that's a nice big caustic pool of acid there. So was it? It was a colossal slug. Okay, that killed everything else that was in there. Mystery solved. Okay, we've got a body down here we can smash, so let's smash it. And it sounds like there's a lot more fighting happening over this way, so where we can avoid it, we will try to, but oh boy, survivor zombies, they are difficult to say no to. And any other scenario, you want to avoid them because they're going to be really, really dangerous. But Dusk and Elliot, they are more dangerous. Now, we're just going to quickly swap back to Dusk so that she can grab the canned pineapple and canned tomato down here. And I suppose we could carry on with Dusk for a little bit longer. We do have veteran survivors down here, so yeah, a little bit more gnarly. Let's go pull that feral troglobite over towards us to begin with, because if we can kill that one before that veteran reaches us, that would be good. It's not absolutely necessary, but it does help. And also, just doing that little wait to try and get the knockback is going to be good. And damn, that's a decent cash card on you. I will take that. Let's check your wallet as well. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so you, sir, let's just go and dart around you for now. We're going to go and shove you back against that wall. We'll start making our way in your general direction because we have a dinosaur behind us. Let's just go move over here. Elliot, oh boy. Oh, that's a skeletal Deinonychus. Okay, so I was more afraid of it than I should have been because I thought it was like a big Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's not. We just got a little bit of weed on that one there. Let's take out the zombified Deinonychus before we, let's go far hand, drag that on over towards us. Wicked. That's fantastic. It was a bite. Yeah, you deliver a wicked bite to the skeletal Deinonychus, hitting it in the head for a critical. So Dusk just pulls it in towards her and just unhinges her jaw and clomps down on this boned thing's head, crushing it. That is fun. And that is a boomer. I'd rather not get boomed right now, so let's just leave that behind for the time being. And we're hearing a terrible shriek above us, so there are some big hordes moving around, no doubt. And we've got something else in the dark here, a feral troglobite and a night stalker. The night stalker is nothing to scoff at, yeah, and we were just thrown back by the damn thing, so let's be wary, let's be careful. And Dusk, yeah, let's take that thing down. Let's wait for the next thing to approach. We'll bash both those bodies. We can see a shrieker apparently. Okay. We don't have to kill that thing right away. I'm not that concerned about it because things are going to know we're down here no matter what. Okay, alright, so we're getting a little bit worn out. We are underweight at the moment, so let's just go and try and eat some more. You know what? Let's go use our gluttonous consumption, which should drop our hunger down. No, we lose concentration. Oh, it's just straight up too difficult at the moment because our focus is terrible. Our focus is like 11 right now. So let's go put on our MP3 player for now. We'll play some music. And is there anything super fun that we can eat? Let's have a look at our joy here. Heroin. No, let's not do that. We'll have a little bit of codeine because we are in mild pain at the moment. We'll take some multivitamins as well. We do kind of need to start focusing more on calcium than anything. It seems like we might start getting a little bit of a deficiency there. I need to remember that Elliot does have a deficiency of his own as well that we'll need to try and think about before too long, but we're not concerned about that right now. And so, okay, we are getting much closer to our destination here, but, you know, it's going to be more of this underground slog for now. I think for the moment we will keep our eyes on Dusk and, okay, another small little dinosaur bird thing that just really didn't have what it takes. Yeah. Okay, well, we've made it to the turning point here. We've got a few more stations before we actually reach our proper destination, but I think for the moment we're just going to start traveling down the center of the track here because we have to occasionally wait for Elliot to catch up. These two here, I'm just going to go and send away from us because if we can do a little bit of damage to them, they seem to decide that they don't want to fight us. They can be a bit of a problem though. Let's go use a wave of force to push them back away from us, and that really sent them far. So I'm damn happy about that, but they're already back, huh? Okay, well, a little bit more damage will do enough, I hope. So, do we want to try and spend a bit more stamina? No, I think we'll just stand our ground, try and fight them off as best we can. There we go. So that one has now had enough. It's going to be leaving us alone. Let's step over here. The others are getting closer. Let's see. We're going to go for the one that's badly bleeding because I think it's not going to take us as long to get that into a bad position. There we go. That should release us. Here we are. Elliot, we're teaming up on this one here. Heavy bleeding, excellent. So they should theoretically leave us alone after that. We will want to just wait for a moment or two just to get our stamina back, and I think it's probably about time that we start to get things like the electrical discharge at the very least going. Okay, your temperature drops suddenly. Interesting. I'm liking all these additional effects that we're getting from using our various powers. And we've made it to yet another station. Okay, so there's always going to be a lot of activity around these various stations, and we can hear a lot of it over there. And hello, you. Okay, motorized Drazen. If we could find one of these that was just like a little hand cart, that would be fantastic. But alas, we have not. And it does look like we can continue on over towards the east here, so let's get moving towards the next station. Okay, we got some more warehouse spiders. Oh boy. Nasty, nasty creatures. Okay, come on. There we go. Let's just say no. Okay, it is running away from us now. That's good. But we got more coming towards us. So I'm just going to move up to this position here. We're going to try and force shove that one back against the wall. Didn't do as much as I was hoping it was going to. Let's try and slam that one back as well. It might be the angle that's just not all that great. Let's try and do this again, Dusk. Yeah, it's okay. It could certainly be better. Okay, we've been grabbed now by this one here. Okay, and it's had enough, so let's stop attacking. We're just going to wait for this other one to try and make its way down towards us, give it a whack a good few times, and that's enough. They are leaving us alone. Good, as it should be, and there's a fair amount of death here. And most, if not all of that death came from those warehouse spiders. Okay, so this is the last station between us and our destination, which is just up here. I think this is the furthest east that we've made it now, and right above our heads we have a crater, which is interesting. Cool. I mean, good to know that's there. Okay, so for now, south we go, smashing whatever that is. It's a cellar spider, and now we're turning towards the east, and that is a dino destroyer. Okay, should we be concerned about you? We should be concerned about the Night Stalker that's just crept up on us. Okay, but luckily we have dealt with that, and we will deal with this one as well. Moving it towards it. Excellent. Okay. Palm strike to the belly. does the trick. And now we are on that northern stretch of track. Let's go and push that one away towards the darkness. We don't really seem to be sending them all that far away, and I wonder if there has been a bit of a change when it comes to the weight of the things that we are throwing. But oh boy, yeah, that was some really good damage there. 56 damage. Hit in the mandibles, okay, because that was, a critical. So that's a weak point. And if we actually spend the time dissecting some of the creatures that we've been fighting, we can start to figure out what those weak points are. So sometimes it's a good idea to just get like a basic idea with the zombies specifically. If you can get their weak spots, it can make a big difference going forwards. Just really, if you're dealing with a lot of one enemy, dissecting them until you do figure out those things, it can make a massive, massive difference. And that's something that we will look at doing. But for now, we have so many other things that we are also focusing on. Oh, and hey, would you look at that? We've made it up towards the the northeastern turn here, and we've got 2 survivor zombies. So we're going to go and pull that first one on over towards us, which is going to make a bit of noise. It's going to draw the second one towards us. It doesn't know exactly where we are just yet. This one just had a pipe though, so nothing too severe. Moving on over towards the next. We've got a really good cash card there, we'll take that, and a full health leather backpack. It's filthy, but it's not bad. It's the kind of thing that you would want to take if you didn't have anything yet. And we've got cracks down here, which means that we've got some kind of dimensional portal or some kind of dimensional leak around here. We don't see anything on the map just yet, but my gosh, are we close to that subway station. And that's Shady Zombie, so we are going to stop, we're going to take that out, and we're just going to wait a little while, wait for Elliot to catch on up. I'm going to try and see if we can take this damn thing out. Oh, and Elliot's getting pulled by something. There it is. There you are. Okay, let's take that thing down. 15 cigarettes and a memory card, sure. Dusk really hasn't started smoking yet, but it's something that we might want to have a look at doing. You know what, actually? Our focus is still pretty bad. Our mood is pretty good, but I think if we go and activate one of those, that could help. Let's see. There we go. Alright. Onwards, Dusk. And obviously, smoking is not good for your health, but this is the apocalypse and there's many other things that aren't good for your health. And we have an experimental mutant, okay, just to the north of us, which means that there are probably others. They tend to travel in groups, these mutants, as Dusk and Elliot would know well. Transcendent mutant. Yeah. So we have dealt with ones like this before, wearing a surprisingly clean orange jumpsuit. I always imagine specifically these transcendent mutants looking like a combination of both Dusk and Elliot in one being. Unnatural speed, disconcertingly beautiful, their eyes shine with intelligence far beyond human, and a deep disgust directed at you. Even though we are mutants, even though we are kin, yeah, they are hunters, and they are very, very dangerous, just like Dusk and Elliot. Holy crap. Fantastic sprite work. And apparently this is also from Mind Over Matter. So there might be something in regards to this creature. But a towering mutant test subject covered in thick fur and a torn bottom part of a jumpsuit. Their legs end in large padded feet, not unlike a dog's, but they still manage to stand upright, freeing their upper clawed hands to tear at you. Now that is a bit of a problem. Do we want to try and deal with that or just keep on moving? Right now it's going for the spider. Oh no, now it's going for Elliot. So we're going to use our force shove to try and hurl it away. It does not go away. Okay, so we might have had some changes there potentially. Oh boy, let's see if we can knock this thing down. Can we get it on the ground? Okay, yes, downed. All right, we're going to move over here. Oh boy, hot damn. As Dusk approaches it, she's thrown backwards, slamming into the rail. Her cowboy hat is ripped and her left arm is pulverized. Okay, time to stand back up, struggling to get back to her feet. Okay, Elliot, how are you looking? You're looking okay right now, but this thing, that is a beast of a creature. Okay, so how do we deal with something this big then? I mean, honestly, in the past, we've relied on our telekinesis to throw it away. That does not seem to be working for us right now, and Elliot is in a bad position. So we are going to go and wield Oh man, our hard arm guards are completely trashed after that. Actually, we're going to activate our holsters so that we can take it out nice and quick. We're going to draw out that Glock, we're going to level it on this thing here, and we want to make sure that we are firing in the correct fire mode here. So we want to change from precise just to straight up immediate, and then we can wait. We can decide if we want to try and take a shot or not. We're actually going to run to the side here just so that we have less of a chance to actually end up hitting Elliot. And oh boy, with how far he just flew, I think we've got a pretty good chance to hit this thing. 21 damage ain't bad, Dusk. Let's go move away from the rails for now. This thing probably has a decent amount of reach as well. Hot damn, 42 damage is really nice. We've got it heavily bleeding. Let's keep on moving back here. We did see other mutants around, so we want to be wary of that. It's getting closer. Okay, another good shot. 40 damage is great. And we've still got 12 rounds in our magazine here. A little bit further, Dusk. Okay. I would really like to get our movement ability going right now, but casting something like that in the middle of combat ain't a great idea. Now, we will be slightly slower making our way across the rail tracks here, but so will this creature, and I'm hoping, yeah, it is kind of held up by the acidic zombie here. Well, it was for a second or two. Another good shot there, 35 damage. Okay, I'm very glad that we decided to keep this pistol with us. 43 as it gets right in next to us. Not sure where Elliot is right now, but no doubt he is recovering somewhere. Okay, listening to her music, Dusk tries to focus as this thing is tracking us. It can't actually see us in the dark right now, so this is the exact kind of position that we want to be in. Hitting this thing with bullet after bullet, and now it is starting to flee. It is bleeding heavily. Do we want to just let this thing bleed out? I mean, ideally, yes. Heavy arterial bleeding. We've got an experimental mutant here as well. I think we need to finish this thing because it's going to keep on coming back for us. And as we can see, it's doing just that. 37 damage, that's pretty good, Dusk. Okay, it's right in close to us now. 43, heavy arterial. It is bleeding, and it's bleeding badly. I just heard a car door open, I think. That's strange. Okay, and there we go. With that last bullet, the mutant dies, falling to the ground. It doesn't actually have anything that we can pick up from it. So, that's that. But I don't want that thing coming back to life. So, here's what we're going to do. I don't know how dangerous... I mean, the experimental mutant is still going to be quite dangerous. So, I think we have a look at hitting that with a good few shots as well. And that's a good start. I like it. Let's get another, and we'll go for another as it gets in close towards us. Let's go back up. Yeah, there is someone opening car doors above us. Okay, there we go. We're going to smash these bodies, and then we're going to go and find our brother. Okay, it took a long time to smash that corpse there. Okay, Elliot, where the heck are you? Okay, that's pulped. That's a feral troglodyte. Here he is, Elliot Wood. How are we doing, brother? How are we doing? Let's examine those wounds. Okay, he got pretty messed up there. So let's go use an item. We'll use some hemostatic powder, and let's just see if we can pack that wound a little bit there. Okay, good. All right, we are hungry, we're underweight, but we are feeling slightly nauseous right now. Okay, we're nether attuned, and we're feeling that we are observed right now. That's probably from using our powers. Okay, that's fine, because we have made it. We have made it to the subway station that's going to lead us up above. But we were hearing activity above us. We were hearing car doors open and close, probably in one of these car parks around here. So, are there people up here? No doubt. We're going to turn off our MP3 player, turn off the music just so we can hear everything that's going on right now. We're going to head upstairs, and we're going to see how bad things are. Our skin is losing its charge. We probably want to try and get that back before we head up on top, but we'll see. Oh, hello, friends. Okay, we've got to devour a shrieking zombie, among others. So, well, it'd be great if Elliot was here to help out, but he's kind of just hanging out around the corner for now. That's fine. We've nearly got this thing taken out. Just a little bit more here, Dusk. The boom is a bit of a problem. Yep, it sure is. Seeing as we can't see right now, but I think we just took out the devourer. Wonderful. Okay, excellent. That bleeding will stop before too long. Okay, oh, we're still wielding the... Were we just hitting people with our Glock? I think we were. Oh no, we were stabbing with our horns and stuff like that, but I think we were mostly attacking with the freaking Glock. Okay, so let's reload this. First of all, we've got nothing we can reload it with. Okay, that's good to know. Let's go use our holster here, put the Glock away, and okay, we're back to Tai Chi. Okay, alright. Are we still feeling nauseous? We're not. That's good. So we can eat a lot more. We're going to go for chocolate bars because hell yes, we feel like it. We've spotted a sproglodyte, probably upstairs somewhere. That's fine, we're hearing lots of smashing and crashing and things collapsing above us, and we can actually see the shadow of a sproglodyte, I think, just up there. So let's go over towards this side. There's a zombie in the way. Okay, well, let's try and slash at it then. Try this one as well. You may have to fight your way back up. Oh, okay, you know, we just pushed straight past them. Okay, that's the sproglodyte, that's the zombie there. Let's take out that zombie if we can. And it's daylight up here because it's 5:20. Yeah, okay, here's the subway station and here is the mall. We are close, the sproglodyte is down. Okay, let's take out the large lad here as we've got someone else coming towards us and we can just hear more fighting going on around us. We can't see Elliot right this second, so I'm probably going to want to try and head back downstairs to make sure that he is indeed okay. Here he is, we don't need to worry. We will have to worry about that boomer though, and everything else that is coming our way. So the boomer, we are going to mind hammer that if we can, just so that we don't get gooed. And okay, Batwing zombie, very quickly taken out by Elliot. The acidic zombie, let's not get stuck in acid. Well, that's pretty damn good there, team. Moving out, there is so much noise going on just over here at the veterinary clinic, so we probably don't want to try and deal with that if we can avoid it, but the mall is here. We have reached our destination. And in the next, we're going to start exploring that thing. Yeah, it took us a while to get there, but we actually covered a massive amount of ground. Underground travel is dangerous, no doubt, but it's so much easier to get bogged down by the enormous hordes that roam the surface. And we made it here with both of our twins. We'll need the expertise of each to be able to survive this mall. I really don't know what to expect in there. It's been a very, very long time since I've seen a mall in Cataclysm, let alone explored one. I am also hoping that we're going to be able to be capable of getting some extra sight on top of the thing, of the area around here. Regardless, this place should, theoretically, be a treasure trove of goods for us. And so, Legionnaires, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.